Hi everyone, how are you all doing? You must have seen my pregnancy and delivery story earlier. However, it was in Tamil. Looking at the audience, I thought maybe I should start making videos in English. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see the pregnancy and delivery story in English. So now let's start the breastfeeding journey. As a disclaimer, I do not want formula or combo feeding moms to feel bad. This is my personal story that I want to document so that moms watching this video could feel motivated and possibly also have a beautiful journey if they want to. No matter how they are fed, if they are happy, the mom is happy. So let's start. Right when I was pregnant, when I got pregnant, there were a lot of things that I researched about. One major topic was breastfeeding and the foods that increase the breast milk supply, and also the meaning feeding positions, the things that I might need for the breastfeeding, and the dressing that I have to do for the baby, whatnot. I did this because I wanted to breastfeed the child as much as I could, as much as we both are able to, and with God's grace we were able to do it for 20.5 months. Mine was a C-section. If you had seen my delivery story, I was in a lot of pain after delivery and I hardly could even get up to hold my daughter and even feed her. I did know about this breast call and the first latch that we are supposed to do, but we couldn't really do it. She was born around 5:30 in the evening, and I'll let you know the story. So as I was in a lot of pain, I couldn't really get up, and I couldn't hold her. I didn't know how to hold her. That's a different problem. My husband was the pillar who stood by me and gave me all the positivity that I need to start this breastfeeding journey. Day one, since she was born around 5:30 in the evening, we did not have a lot of opportunities to actually latch her as she was sleeping continuously, and we only tried to latch her once when the nurses also helped me. Those were the first beautiful moments of our breastfeeding journey. The day two is when the horror started. The real deal started in day two. I was slowly trying to get up, and my husband and I learned together how to hold her and how to encourage her to latch. No, nothing happened. So we called the nurses, we called the lactation consultants, we asked them how to hold her, how to help her latch, and help us basically in the process to practically teach us how to do it. Just as any new parents, we both got anxious and perplexed about why we were not able to hold her and why we were not able to feed her, because she would be crying, and I want to feed her but I do not know how to feed her. And yeah, so that was the thing. The lactation consultants in the hospital taught us many times on the ways to hold and latch, but it would work right when they are there, but once they are gone, it would be gone. We cannot feed her, we cannot hold her. We didn't know how to do it. The full latch never happened when we tried to do it on our own. There were so many positions the lactation consultants taught us. We kind of really bothered them so much. They would come every 10 or 15 minutes into the room to help us with the baby handling basically. So she would suck when they are there, when the lactation consultant or the nurse is there. She would suck, she would drink, but something felt off. It did not feel fine. So that's when the doctors and the nurses told that probably my milk supply has not kicked in. They didn't tell me my milk was not enough, but they had another term to actually say that my milk, I'm not making enough milk. So they wanted me to start formula feeding and also do power pumping, so that I can stimulate my milk glands. The formula feeding was only to top up and not to substitute the breastfeeding. So that's an important thing that they mentioned. They did not want me to substitute breastfeeding at all. This is also because around the end of day 2, when they measured the birth weight, she was already down by 10% of her birth weight. Day 3, we did combo feeding and I hardly pumped 3 ml of colostrum. I felt very demotivated also because of my postpartum hormones, but I never gave up. So I told to myself that I can produce enough milk for my daughter, and I started eating healthy. I drank enough water and focused on milk boosting food. So day 4. I'm looking down because I have written my notes and I don't want to miss the points that I want to document in this. Day 4, my daughter's weight began increasing slowly, not a lot, but slowly the graph went up. So the doctors told us that we can go home, but we had to continue to combo feed. I did do the combo feeding, but I did a lot of pumping and basically did everything in my power to increase my milk supply. And we combo fed and it worked. So for the next 10 to 12 days she was on combo feeding. And one thing that I really made it a point is that I wanted to stop the formula feed steadily, so that she's completely on breastfeeding. So day 14, the pediatric checkup went well, and we were told that she has regained her birth weight, and she also inquired with us about the amount of formula feed that she's taking and the number of times she's taking breastfeeding and how I am feeling personally. So that's when she suggested that I can actually start weaning the bottles, basically the formula, steadily. And already since we were giving very little, she also gave us a go to cut off formula completely and be on full breastfeeding. She did check her pee and poop count, so all was well, and around day 15 or day 16 we completely stopped formula feeding and we were on complete breastfeeding. The next 10ish days were great. Of course, we had cluster feeding, we documented, we used to have this app where we calculate the number of hours we are doing everything, every single activity of hers we have been having, we had track of it in a particular app. We had hours of breastfeeding sessions, and it was tiring, but it was beautiful. But then just when we thought everything was going well, the next horror experience started. I had immense pain in my breast when I fed her. It was too painful that I cried every time I fed her, and I would cry like crazy if I have to feed her. Like if it's time almost for me to feed her, I would cry literally. So that was not something tolerable, and I definitely knew something was off, and I needed some help. So nobody really understood why I'm crying and the pain that I had. So that's when I decided I need professional assistance and checked with the lactation consultant. The lactation consultant who came, I really thank her so much. She's like a godsend person to me. She checked everything. She checked our latch. She actually came in immediately. So that day evening she came in and she checked our latch. She checked our the positions that I hold her, me, her, the baby, and everything. She checked literally everything, and then she told us that my daughter has a tongue tie. So, and because of the tongue tie, she was not latching onto my breast completely, and she was just sucking on my nipple. That caused the pain, and hence the pain. So we were referred to the best doctor specialized in frenectomy to release the tongue tie. We had a huge debate on whether to do this or not. We continued to breastfeed using a nipple assist and a nipple shield, and it was painful still, but we still did it. And then after a lot of debate and research, we decided to do it, and we performed the procedure when she was around 1 month old. We released her tongue tie. It didn't take a lot of time. Do let me know in the comments if you would like to hear our experience on how we released the tongue tie and what we did before and after the procedure. Moments after the tongue tie was released, I fed her, and it was pain-free magically. And that was when our beautiful breastfeeding journey started. I still remember the day when I sat in the clinic holding her after the release of the tongue tie. I had tears in my eyes. So that is actually the starting point of our breastfeeding journey. Our beautiful happy journey began then. I fed her anywhere, anytime, no questions asked. Beautiful 20.5 months of breastfeeding journey, and she was one happy breastfeeding baby with her only world. So I am her world, and she was just happy feeding from me. So what I want to really say from this video is, if I can, you also can. Also want to tell all pregnant moms and the new breastfeeding moms, please believe in your body. You have all the power in you and the ability in you to feed your child. 2, do not give up even if somebody says you do not make enough milk. I had 2 instances when I was almost close to giving up, but I think I never did, and I'm here sitting having a beautiful journey, and I have no regrets about doing it. Take professional help or medical assistance as early as possible if you think something is off, so that you can actually solve it a lot better than if you would actually do it at a later point. Mainly, do not hesitate to take second opinion, because in my case, the lactation consultants at the hospital failed to notice the tongue tie, and you know the story. So last but not the least, eat healthy and drink healthy. You need extra water in your body. Body definitely needs more water to produce more milk, and for sure have a positive mindset. Stress hormones hinder with milk supply, and the more you worry about your low supply, the more stress hormones that it creates, and you see more dip in your milk supply. So that's the most important. Stay happy, stay smiling, look at your baby, enjoy the moments, listen to good music, watch comedy, do whatever you like. Do not stress. That's the most important thing. I plan to also include some more videos about what I did to increase my supply, and also about my weaning journey. my weaning journey was again a very beautiful process. It was with no tears, almost no tears. And yeah, so let me know in the comments on what other kind of videos you would like to see, so I can make those as well. Yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.